Okay, so everybody, hello. Today we'll draw objects in perspective. So previous two tutorials was talking about basics of like making space and like using grids in perspective, and now this time I want to talk about basics in drawing objects, some like volumetric objects in a three-dimensional space. Так, so just put some links on social media and can begin. So what is object? Any kind of object have these elements. It kind of consist from these elements. Let's take, for example, let's take like a pier here. Let's do like chicken. And what else? Let's take a car. Okay, let's just for simple example, let's make a bus. Okay, so what do we have on any kind of object which is like volumetric, three-dimensional? It will have call middle line or like a central line. So this central line give us knowledge where is like a center or figure, because we are symmetrical form of beings, you know, like people, animals, insects, most of, okay, I don't know how most or not, but at least we are symmetrical, so we have like left and right side, so we consider everything also as symmetrical, like two-sided objects. So we kind of should, every time we draw an object, we should to consider center line. So here is kind of going through, so let's say also on a pier here, so let's say like this behind, and here on the bus also let's kind of here this central line going through, so right here one center line. And then it's a section, or it's also called cross contour. So this will be like horizontal line around object. So here chicken, go here, and bus, like this. So it's a section. So what also it means it's like a section cut. So it's like a laser, you cut through. And also, of course, it means. Oh, hello, hello, ho ho ho. Russian friends. How is in Russia is cold? Yeah, so, and also it means this section cut can be anywhere, so it's just up to you. And later I will more explain about why you choose any allocation for this section line. So let's say also for like head, and if we kind of make this section line on the head, you kind of need to know this section when you want to draw like head or any kind of maybe like haircut. Let's say, let's draw this cap, right? Yeah. We're hot too, very hot in Taiwan. So, and here you kind of can play with this around. So, section, center line, and outline. This kind of contour line. So it's this line, which will be for overall silhouette, for a shape of object, like here. And then gesture line, gesture line. And the gesture line, it's a kind of line which is go through object, like let's say like a chicken here, it can be like this, and the pear here is like this. So it's kind of like in the middle, going through object in the middle. So, and the head can be like this here. So it's a very easy, good example. It's like a snake. So we have a gesture line, then you draw outline, and then if you draw some sections, then we will have this volume. We can show this snake form, so it's not flat anymore, and also we kind of can see what is movement of snake in the space. And same for everything. No, it's also uses gesture line for drawing dynamic figures and etc. So yeah, let's also show you like other example. Let's do, let's say, bottle. So here it's just basic elements without applying perspective yet, but later when we will talk about perspective, you will see how all these elements work there too. Perspective just gives these elements other level of application. So, and let's say this one. Also, what is important to understand here, it's this section line and center line. It's also kind of it's a construction element, but you can represent them by just making hatching. Like for example, again, like if I draw pier, so what is pier will be? It will be like this outline, and then I need to draw some details, right? But what kind of lines will I use? So I will use lines leaning on the form, and this form have this kind of center line, like vertical lines, right? So it's like if I draw line here, so it will be like this direction, or cross section hatchings is like this, right? So instead of drawing this section line, I kind of make some marks which is showing this, kind of follows this line. So it's you know kind of what I mean. Yeah, so, or here's some details. So same like a ball here. Так, okay. So then I go to perspective. Remember I was talk about this 3 dimensions, 3 coordinates, y, z, and x. And each of them also have plane. 1, 2, 3 plane, which if we duplicate this plane we will have box, right? We will kind of lock it. Also it's more better way to show these planes. It's like if we have, let's say, like in the gym we have this so this like a Z, and this will be like Z plane, right? And here for X because it's perpendicular, it's like standing against this axis. So it's X axis and X plane. Same for Y. So it's like one wheel on the axle. Plane. And so axis is kind of axle for a wheel. And then imagine if this plane is not it's kind of blade and screen. So this let's say maybe you saw this movie Resident Evil when it was laser cut people on the halves. Let's show you. So let's say it's like laser cut here, or we use X plane like a blade, like so this X plane cut like a laser. So we have now this this section which is represent center line. So if I cut exactly on the center of a body, then this line will be center line. So then if I cut, again it's like reference to Resident Evil movie. If I cut like this, it's a Y plane, and like here it's like Y blade. So here this will represent a section line, right? So now we have center line and a section line. And what else we have? We have this Z plane. So also let's okay. It's like we cut like this here. So here will be some clear here. So here it's a Z plane. So now we have this three lines which is going through all objects, so like cover all form. And also what is very important, we have these sections. So this one is like X section, and here is Y section and the Z section. An idea of these sections, it's knowing them give you understanding, like complete understanding of form of object, because we have this when we have section, we can measure it. So let's say like apple here, so I can look how much apple here. I can say okay, here is in center, right? And now I can put on this center, I can put Z section of apple. So now I have like a center line, center of a object, which I use as a, like Excel, as like let's call center for measurement. So we have this, yeah, and then Y plane here to show this apple kind of round, right? So we have 1 2 3 section, which is like here is center line, section line, center section. Yeah, only this one. So this you see, because it's not in a perspective, this usual description of object doesn't have this z-plane. It's kind of other, it's like a second center line, because it's like if we have front center line and the side center line, right? So then to this apple, if I apply outline and emphasize some detail, then we have this three-dimensional constructed form. So, and you can see this drafts of different like vehicles. So when or for architectures, it's like they use these three plans, like front. Let's see. It's my dream house. Front view. And top view. And a side view, right? Let's see. Here. So this is why we have this three type of view: front, top, and side, because this what we need to know to understand form in a space, to have all this complete data. Because like on the front view, I show you these dimensions, I show you relationship and all this clear measurements, like how far is here, how far is here. So if I need to be super precise, it's possible if when you work like this. Or even if you don't if you're not super precise, if you're just like artist, just draw freehand and stuff like that, it's still you need to have these three plans for in considerations, because like we talked in the previous tutorials, because you have deal with the three dimensions, and you need to place your object in somewhere, exactly some place, and you need to know how many room this object will have, how much space he will take, like how high, at least how high he will be, how wide he will be, and what he will have according to these views, what kind of elements she will have. Okay, yeah, so also can say, let's just to mention, it's I have also like two major groups. It's like organic and let's say like man-made, artificial kind of. So it's like natural and artificial objects. So let's say just kind of very overall kind of thing. So it can be organic, it can be like very random, and man-made, it will be like totally based on the box. Even if it's round, still, because because it's engineering of product, so there everything is very clear, is developed. So it means it will be symmetrical or asymmetrical in a design way with some purpose for it. So, and here still, no matter what kind of object, it's always you should able to see these three sections. So we have this section, and this can be like not only three, I mean it's like three group, right? Like we have in a cube, in a box, we have three couple, three double of these sections, because it's here, front, back, top and bottom, right? So it means same here. If you want to show how form is changed, you can draw more these sections. And same with this. And one more thing is, like, when you also consider any object, it's very important parameter. It's ratio. So let's say again, if we have a dude, so we have dude here. So he have top, he have bottom, right? He have kind of most left and most right side. So then we can say, okay, what is ratio, like if we compare his height and his height. So maybe, wow, it's kind of like a golden ratio here. It's a dude is a perfect. It's a perfect dude. So we see here it's like a golden ratio here. So it's like, let's say, just we have two parts, and one part a little longer than half. So then it's a front, right? So let's say if I want to draw him in a different proportion, like I draw him small here, so then I want to replicate this ratio. So now I draw him here, and it's perfect, his cup here, exact. in a corner. But it's not reason why we need to know ratio. It's really important when we work with perspective. So let's say, okay, what's here? So now perspective, we have horizon line, and let's say dude will stay here. Duck. Better use red one. Okay. So I have this ratio kind of here. Duck. But then this will be just it's only like a Z plan, right? So it's a Z section. We also still have Y and X section. Так. So let's see. His cup. Dude in perspective. Yeah, I think dude in perspective is too complicated for explanation. So, okay, let's go back again. This 3 plan, because like we draw any object in perspective, each plan will be placed on a surface. So let's say this is the ground of a car, and we have kind of this ratio for a car and like a top view. Then we make, if we know this like a front view, so we can have this kind of knowledge about car form with this section, like a Z section. So we have this Y, Z, and then we also have X. So car, it can be like, you know, you can it's not a sequence which you use to draw car, but this is logic inside any car drawing, any vehicle drawing. This is kind of my point. So, and each of this section can be drawn in perspective. Так, so here. So let's say again, and when we have like clear shape, so imagine it's like you see through in these three directions. It's like if you have this laser or like these blades, and also like a screen in which you can see like this front view. And side view. And top view. And each of them is kind of drawing on screen, on this screen, which is here it's X plane. It's like front. Here it's here. No, it's second. This it's a Z plane. Here it's X plane. Side view. In the top it's a Y plane. So kind of this, I think, for this topic. If you have any questions, because I think it's kind of just important to mention this, but each of objects is different topic to talk, like how to draw vehicles, how to draw people in the perspective and anything. Okay, let's maybe show you some example again. Let's say game car. So what if have perspective like this? So we applying this box logic, right? But when I draw car, I kind of having in mind all these things, and there is have slow way to draw car, like a build form in perspective, and it's a perfect book about this. It's How to Draw by Scott Robertson. And when you like really want to elaborate very precisely, then you work very careful with all these sections. So let's see this car here. Here I draw half of car. Let's see. Here also a little cut driver. I feel like what? Yes, so yeah, like 3D Max. Same drawing, when you draw in perspective, it's like you're working with a 3D program. Так. Or here. So here this laser cut this car here. Here we have laser cut car in roof. Так. Let's see. Roof will be here. And Yeah, so in the next perspective tutorial we'll talk about how to draw particular kind of objects like props, vehicles, people, like guns. Okay, let's cut here. Okay, I hope it was useful. Read a book how to draw. Scott Robertson. And let's see you in the next tutorial.